The best tip I can give you if you are trying to lose weight is meal prep. I'm so happy you are here. Before I continue, I'm sorry if you hear music. My vecinos are like listening to music and you can probably hear it. I'm trying to slim down for summer, and what better way to do it than with meal prepping. The reason why I meal prep is because I'm always busy. For me, it is really important to eat at home the most possible because that's what brings me better results. For my experience, I have lost 100 pounds in the past, and that's what I would do. Having meals prepared helped me so much. It helps me save money, and it helps me when I'm really hungry. I'm a person that cannot wait when I'm so hungry because I just start getting a headache and all in a bad mood. So it's so important for me to have food prepared. So I did record a meal prep video a few months ago, so I'm gonna link it down below. You guys love that video. I'm gonna show you guys how I meal prep. This is how I've been doing it, and this is what works for me. It's really easy. I do it like in less than an hour because for me time is so important. So it's important that I do things quick. A few tips before we begin. I do shop a lot at Aldi. I always try to go to like Mexican store. You can find some things at Walmart, but a lot of the things I found are the 99 cents store, believe it or not. And I was so surprised of how many like stuff you can find there. Another tip, you should look at your ads. Those are really helpful, and it helps you see what stores to go to buy your things, because I don't want anyone's excuse to be, well, eating healthy is so expensive, but you still eat out, you still eat junk food, and you're still spending money. So why not spend money on things that are going to nourish you? And another thing, it's better if you're not hungry when you're meal prepping because you're going to want to eat everything you're cooking, so make sure you eat. And the last thing is make sure your kitchen is clean. A clean kitchen is gonna, you know, it's not gonna stress you out. It stresses me out when my house is dirty and I'm just thinking about everything I have to clean. So make sure everything's clean. And with that being said, let's get started. So we are starting off with breakfast. I do want to mention I do only prepare meals for like 3 days, because then after a while the food doesn't taste as great. So I don't meal prep for the whole week. For this week I decided I want breakfast burritos, so I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna do that. These tortillas, these are my favorite tortillas. They're low carb flaxseed tortillas. They are only 50 calories per tortilla, 16 carb and 4 protein, 1.5 fat. We're gonna use some egg whites and some whole egg, garlic and herb chicken breast. I love to use this one because it's like the real thing. It doesn't have a lot of junk added. I had some roasted sweet potatoes that I had prepared my last meal prep of last week, so I'm gonna use those. This is why I like meal prepping, guys. Here's a great example. I'm gonna use some reduced fat feta cheese and some spinach because we gotta get our greens. So I'm gonna use 3 whole eggs and 6 egg whites. That way in each wrap I get roughly a whole egg and 2 egg whites. Alright guys, so here it is, my egg white scramble with turkey, spinach, and sweet potatoes. You can even add whatever veggies you like on it. Bell peppers, tomatoes, onions, whatever. I just wanted to add those today. I have my tortillas here ready. I think I'm going to make only 3 burritos. I'm going to try to separate it evenly to my tortillas. And then at the end, I'm going to add the feta cheese. I'm going to weigh in probably 1 ounce per burrito. We're just gonna close it the best we can without ripping it. And here's our burrito. And I'm just gonna wrap it in foil. Burritos are ready. Here I just named them. If you live with someone, you want to name them because you don't want anyone eating your food. I don't live with anyone, but I just want to show you guys. And this one I added no cheese just in case. Now I'm gonna refrigerate them. You can also make like a bunch, like double or more, and you can actually freeze them and just heat them up whenever you're ready to eat. So here is our breakfast ready for 3 days. 3 whole eggs, 3 tortillas, sweet potato, 4 large egg whites, and 1 cup of spinach. And it came out to be, so each burrito is 150 let's say 150 calories, 5.6 grams of fat, 19 grams of carbs, and 15 grams of protein. I absolutely love these macros. Obviously you can eat the burrito plus something else if you're not full, because it is really low calorie, and I am so impressed. Obviously if you use different tortillas or different items, it might change, but these are exactly the calories for my burritos. What I'm about to show you guys and cook, you can either use it for lunch or dinner or whichever you prefer. So I always pick whichever proteins I want for that week, whichever carbs, and whichever veggies. So for this week I wanted to use boneless skinless chicken breast. I always eat chicken breast. I love it. Tofu, extra firm tofu. I am not vegetarian, but I like tofu. And ground turkey. It's not the leanest, it's a 90-10, but it's a really good option. 9 grams of fat, 22 grams of protein. You see we use eggs for the breakfast, so you can ignore that. I wanted to mention another good option for fast protein packages. They're tuna. They're really convenient because they're already portioned out for you. Like this one pouch is only 70 calories and it has 17 grams of protein, which is amazing. So these are my options for protein this week. And then for carbs, so these are my carbs for this week. I love this one because it's instant. Like I can make it in the microwave and it's done really quick. So brown rice and sweet potatoes. And then for my veggies this week, I'm having asparagus, broccoli, spaghetti squash. I'm going to show you guys how to prepare this. And then I always have to have some fruit or veggies cut up just to munch on and have it already, because when you see a veggie like this, you don't want to eat it. It's like it doesn't look like appealing. When it's cut and washed and everything ready, then that's when I eat it. So the first thing we're gonna cook is what takes the longest. Okay, so that would be my sweet potatoes and that would be my spaghetti squash. Okay, so we're gonna cook these first. Alright, so what I'm gonna do with my sweet potatoes, they're already washed. I'm gonna cut them, try to cut them evenly. Alright, so now I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to prepare my spaghetti squash. You can either microwave it. You just make some holes and put it in the microwave for like 8 minutes. You have to check on it though. Today I'm going to roast it just to show you guys the other option you have. So I'm just going to cut the stem and I'm going to cut it in half. Be careful because this is really hard. And this one's pretty small, so it's not as hard. So here you go. Right now, this is how it looks. It's not cooked, but you're gonna see right now the magic that's gonna happen once it's ready. And here I have 3 pans because I'm gonna be roasting different things, and different things require different time. So here I'm gonna put the sweet potatoes and the butternut squash together because those are the hardest. We're gonna put our protein and we're gonna put our softer veggies that can cook faster, like asparagus. If you don't like veggies, you definitely need to try roasted veggies. They're the bomb. You can add them to salads, you can add them to wraps, to anything. Now we're gonna spray more on top so they can get crispy and roasted. I always use pink sea salt, garlic powder, pepper. So these are ready to go in the oven. They're gonna probably take 40 minutes to cook. These are gonna become softer. You wanna flip these halfway so they can get roasted on both sides. In there. Alright, so now we're gonna work on our veggies. So I'm gonna go ahead and wash these before I use them, because I know a lot of you guys mentioned that I don't watch my veggies, but I do. I just don't show you guys. So I forgot that I had Brussels sprouts in my fridge, so I'm definitely going to roast these. These are so amazing roasted. I'm gonna cut them in half. These are pretty big, so I'm probably gonna cut them once more. And that's it. Once you have that, we're gonna roast them with our other veggies. Asparagus, I'm gonna cut this hard part here. This one, it doesn't taste really good, so I'm gonna cut those ends. The broccoli, I'm gonna cut it in little chunks. And these, like I showed you guys, I'm gonna cut it in 4 because they're pretty big. We're gonna bake these for roughly 15 to 20 minutes. So I think we're gonna flip them now. They've been there for like 10 minutes, I think. So we're gonna put them back in there. This one, it looks like it's still hard, so that might need a little more time. So now that our veggies are in the oven, we're gonna work with our rice. The protein takes a little bit less time, so that can go last. So this, I'm just basically going to follow instructions. Like I said, this is an instant one. It's not too hard. I'm gonna microwave it. Alright, so now for our protein. So I do get big packages like these, but Here's my tip: make it last longer and you don't get lazy to cook it, because if you stick all of this in the freezer, I'm pretty sure you're not gonna want to cook it because it's frozen and I don't want to do it. I know exactly why you feel, because I am like that. If I see a frozen package like this, I don't want to cook it because it's just, you know, it's que flojera, no? What I do is I portioned out every piece of chicken for 4 ounces and I put it in little bags. That way I just can freeze them individually, and then whenever I want to cook something for myself, I just take a portion and thaw it out to cook. These are all my chicken breasts. Here I roll 4 ounces on each, and here is what I'm gonna meal prep right now. So I'm gonna put these in a bag, like a big Ziploc bag, and put them in my freezer. This is a really good way to just get your portion you need out and cook it. So the tofu, this one, it says it has 4 servings, okay? Each serving is 70 calories, 2 grams of carbs and 8 grams of protein. This also has water, so we're gonna drain it and we're gonna pat dry it until it's dry, because that's the best way to bake it. If you put it in wet, it's probably not gonna bake good. It's just a block. So here I have my 4 servings. Now 1 serving, I'm gonna cut it in 2. That way I know 2 strips is 1 serving. Just like I did it with my veggies, I'm gonna spray it, seasoning with garlic, salt, and pepper, and I'm gonna do the same with my chicken, and we're gonna put it in there for about 20 minutes. I feel like the chicken's gonna be ready before the tofu, because I like the tofu to be really crispy. So if it is, I'm gonna take out the chicken before, and then I'll leave the tofu in there longer. Alright, so the last thing I'll be cooking is our turkey. I'm basically just going to brown it in the pan. Alright, so it looks like everything's ready. I got my cooked turkey, my brown rice already cooked. Before I package everything, I have it ready here. I'm gonna do the last thing, which is I'm gonna show you guys how to transform this into spaghetti. So all you're gonna do is, after it's cooled off, you're gonna want to take this, like the very top part is like all seeds. I don't know if you can see it. You're gonna want to take off first those seeds. Be careful, don't take everything off, just the seeds. So after you take off the seeds, you're gonna, with the fork, you're gonna want to like kind of pull it forward, and you're gonna see that it's starting to look like spaghetti. I don't know if you can see that. So you're gonna do that until there's nothing left, and put it into a container or a plate, whatever you're gonna. If you see this in behind, don't worry, it's not burned. This one's a pretty small one. It was in there for like 30 minutes. If it's a bigger one, it might take longer. I'm gonna continue doing this, and then we're gonna go to the last step, which is assembling everything, and we are done. Guys, so we are officially done. So I'm gonna show you guys how I assemble a few of my meals to give you guys ideas. So starting off, here I have my burritos. I have boiled eggs. I always like having these for a quick snack. Here I have the spaghetti squash I showed you guys, the turkey, brown rice, my Brussels sprouts, sweet potatoes with broccoli, tofu, chicken, asparagus. I always like to have some veggies cut. I also package and weigh in some hummus. This is the one I use, the garlic roasted hummus I'm out that I got. I was able to get 2 servings, so I always have those ready, already measured. These are also really great. It's peanut butter and it's already like portioned with 1 serving. Some carrots already weigh in 3 ounces, and then these are also a really good snack to go. They're seaweed snacks. These are only like 25 calories, I think, or 30 calories. Really good, low calorie and salty for that chip craving. I always have yogurt parfaits. I showed it in my last video how I make them. If you want to know, the video is going to be linked down below. But here I have measured my almonds and my chia seeds, ready to put in my parfaits. So here are the meals I created with all of my meal prep. So here I chose to add beta spinach, Brussels sprouts, the sweet potatoes, and chicken. Everything's already weighed in. I know exactly what's in here. You can even add feta cheese. You can do tofu instead of chicken, whatever you want. This is just what I created. And with the spaghetti squash, I made like a spaghetti dish here. I added my spaghetti squash, some tomato sauce. I use this one. It's organic marinara pasta sauce, and I use only half a serving, so only about 25 calories. And always make sure it doesn't have any sugar added. That's important because, you know, you don't want any extra sugar, right? So here I added my ground turkey that I cooked. And for me, I have lower and higher carb days, so that's perfect. I just store everything in the fridge. I can make a salad with that. I can make a wrap, a scramble, anything. It's just so super quick to just create something to go. I don't get bored of those meals. I love eating this way, and this is what has helped me so much, and I just love it. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. If it was helpful, please, you're gonna help me a lot with liking the video. Please subscribe, and please turn on your post notifications because I'm always posting so randomly. Try meal prepping at least a day, and you're gonna see the difference of how much easier your life is and how much less tempted you are to eat out, because sometimes you eating out does affect your weight loss because you don't know exactly what they put in your food. Yeah, there's calories and there's healthy options, but you still don't know. I prefer always cooking my meals. I do go out to eat maybe once or twice a week the most, but most of the meals are at home. And remember, do what's right, not what's easy, and make yourself proud. I'll see you guys in the next video. I love you guys. Bye.